As predicted, the atmosphere begins losing its oxygen and birds fall dead to the ground, so the family puts on the oxygen masks before they take the road on foot. Back on the moon, Jacinda and Casey wake up to discover they can breathe and there's gravity around them, but Brian is nowhere in sight. A door opens at the end of the room and they enter it regardless of Casey's suspicions because Jacinda believes there are two different entities trapped there and one of them is trying to help them. Brian is in contact with the nice entity right now. He wakes up in a strange room and is surrounded by a white light that makes him see images the entity uses to communicate with him, like taking the form of Sunny to explain what is going on. Billions of years ago, humanity's ancestors live happily on a planet far away with technology Earth hasn't even dreamed of yet. But things changed when the AI they created became self-aware and turned against them by transforming into endless swarms of nanotechnology that hunted down all biological life. To avoid extinction, the ancestors escaped in vessels like the Moon, which had the mission to find a new place to live in. Earth is the only place they could find that could sustain life, thanks to being at the perfect distance from the Sun. This AI talking to Brian, which is the Moon's main operating system, needs humans to attract the swarms away from the core so the Moon will return to its orbit. Brian is freed from the weird light just in time to be found by Jacinda and Casey. Ready to join the fight, Brian fills his friends in while taking them back to the shuttle, which has been repaired by the AI. The EMP has also been given an upgrade to be powerful enough to kill the swarm. They only have 10 minutes left before the nukes are launched, but Brian has a plan. On Earth, one of Tom's daughters has emptied her oxygen tank, so he gives her his and encourages her to keep going while he follows her. In truth, as soon as she is out of sight, Tom collapses on the ground and dies. The girl manages to reunite with her family, but when they don't see Tom, Sunny decides to go searching for him, which should be easier because air is slowly coming back. This is because the Moon is finally touching Earth and the falling debris traps Sunny as he gets away, so Michelle decides to go help him. She finds him under a fallen tree and by using the Moon's gravitational pull, together they move it away and run back to Brenda and the girls after jumping over a broken bridge. Cities everywhere are collapsing under the Moon's pressure and the military decides it's time to launch the nukes. But at the last second, Doug decides against it because he trusts his wife and knows she can save the Earth. This ends up being a huge sacrifice, since the bunker ends up destroyed by the falling debris too. Inside the Moon, Brian pulls a series of difficult maneuvers to make the swarm follow them inside a tunnel, then he asks Casey to get the EMP ready in the rover. Since the swarm needs to detect life inside an electrical structure, his plan is to stay behind with the EMP